and welcome to Pretty Tara Talk Time. I'm Tara.
And I'm Bryn.
Today we'll be doing different cloth pad topping fabrics. So Bryn and I really don't have that many, I've got to say, because I just like plain old cotton. That's like my favorite.
Yeah.
But we do have quite a few. So we thought we'd show you some, and then we're going to tell you about others that we know about and have felt but just haven't purchased or worn really. So we're going to start with the basic old cotton that I love. So Party in My Pants has cotton topped. It also has flannel. It also has organic cotton. This is actually, do we have organic cotton flannel right there?
Do you have any cotton?
Oh, we don't need to show that now. We'll do that later flannel. Anyways, you can get organic cotton. These are just all regular cottons.
Oh, we do.
So this is just cotton. It's what you'd find like in a quilt. It's your basic cotton.
Yeah, it's like a
you probably
cotton
also have
t-shirt,
cotton.
you know.
Well, yeah.
Like,
Jersey is more like a cotton t-shirt.
Yeah.
This is like,
It's like,
just like your like cotton tote bag, you know?
yeah.
I'm sure you've all felt cotton, but it's
Yeah.
basically a super thin fabric.
This is really thin because of the fleece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's breathable.
Yeah, it's
it's
really
cool.
breathable.
It's soft.
Yeah, it's pretty soft.
And it comes in a huge variety of
it's like
prints.
the most, variety
Mhm.
of colors you can get.
And then this is a Faith Love daisy chain cloth pad. This is cotton topped, and like that has a gorgeous print on it. This girl on the swing and catching butterflies. So you have a lot of options for fabrics. Now it does stain because it's a natural fabric, but it's pretty easy to clean and it dries really quickly.
Straight up.
So cotton flannel is similar to cotton because it's cotton flannel, but
It's basically the same, like just made of cotton, but
it's a little
soft.
fuzzier.
Yeah, you can see it like.
Flannel. I like flannel. It's definitely fluffier, fuzzier. As you can kind of see, it does pill a little. My pads haven't pilled with flannel yet, and it can get hard in a hard water area. We don't live in a hard water area, so it's fine.
So some of my pads get just a little hard, like,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not as soft as cotton.
Right. It's a little warmer, and
Yeah.
I find it grips the blood better, because it has a little like fluff to it.
Yeah.
But I do love a flannel. It's a little thicker, but it's still very, very thin.
Yeah.
So it's better for me for winter. And it's one of the warmer fabrics that isn't super thick. Moving on to cotton jersey. This is what you find on t-shirt. Like the t-shirt Ben's wearing is cotton jersey. This is a little
stretchy cotton.
You're gonna find this is gonna be a little bit more dense and a little softer. This is a really adorable cotton jersey print. It has like little Red Riding Hood on it. It doesn't come in that many prints because it's not that common as a fabric, but it is really soft. It's probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because it's just like cotton. It's kind of a mix between cotton and flannel because
it's a soft cotton, and it's a little more grippy than cotton, but not as hot as flannel.
it's very stretchy though, very hard to sew with. So
Really
this is probably this first pad I sewed with cotton jersey, and it's really hard to sew.
Like there were some we made. Most of our failed pads were with jersey because
It's so hard to do.
It's really hard. Yeah.
But I did a pretty good job, for the first time sewing a jersey. But anyways, so it's really soft. You can just feel your t-shirt. The t-shirt you're probably wearing right now is probably cotton jersey. So yeah. It's probably like more like your high quality. You can see it's really
like jersey,
soft.
like sheets.
It doesn't pill at all, really. And it comes not when you start stocking. That's the only downside, but it's really comfy. I love it. And this is microfleece topped. Now this actually isn't a microfleece top pad. It's actually the backing of fabric. This is a pad I made for my business, but it just didn't turn out well. I don't know what happened. It just doesn't really look that nice. So, but this is microfleece. Microfleece is a backing fabric, but it can also be used as a top fabric sometimes. Not many people have it as a topping fabric. Environmental does, and a few other people do, but I don't really know them by name. Anyways, it actually can be a water-resistant fabric as a backing fabric. It's actually a wicking fabric. So as you can see, it's just like your microfleece. You probably have on some pads. Very thin, very, very comfy. It's not that warm actually, but it grips the blood, and it does make you feel pretty dry because of the fluffiness on it. You feel completely dry, so that's great. And the next fabric is bamboo velour. Now, there is such a thing as cotton velour. I don't have a pad in cotton velour, but it's supposed to be about the same as bamboo velour, but just stays softer longer. So, it's very shiny. I feel like this is going to be, I don't know, I feel like this is cotton velour because it just doesn't seem the same as this one at all.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, this is cotton velour. It's really pretty. It can be hand dyed. Doesn't come in any prints. These are with Honor Flow. Honor. It's not Honor. It's Honor. So it can be dyed, but it doesn't come in prints. It can be undyed. It's not that thick. You know, pretty thin. It's kind of fluffy.
It kind of feels like a towel a little bit.
Yeah, but a lot softer than a towel, I think.
Yeah.
So if I brush back the pile, this is a really low pile, so. But
yeah, but
you
it
can
kind
see
of has
that.
like the
Super soft. I love bamboo velour. Like, I want more pads of bamboo velour. And it can come in gorgeous dyes, as I said before. This is like a blue dyed one. This is like a primal pinks, I called it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous and it's so soft. It grips the blood. It's fabulous. I love it.
And it's actually absorbent. This one. It's pretty absorbent.
Right, these both don't have any pores in. They're both like panty liner to light flows, and they absorb a lot because bamboo velour can actually be used as a core fabric. Not many people do use it as one, but it can be used as one. So it's fabulous. I love it. Then we're going to go to suede cloth, which is a wicking fabric. This is Precious Dye pads. Again, it doesn't come in any prints. It looks like she's walking into like a portal or something. It's just the sun's coming to the door. So this is suede cloth. It can be hand dyed. This one's like a hand dyed blue one, purpley blue one. You can't really see the hand dyed that much. But it has pale pinks. Ben, come here. Ben, come here. Come here. So it can be hand dyed. This has some blues and some pinks in it. Now this is it's a pretty thin fabric actually, but again, as I said, it's a wicking fabric, so it takes the moisture away from your body. Now, if I had to classify this like to something you already felt, it's very similar to flannel, but it's a little bit rougher. Some people don't like it because it is rough, and I have to agree, it is pretty rough, and it seems to get harder as you wash it.
Yeah.
I don't really care for it because it's very hot. It's a synthetic fabric, and it's so hot. But it's really nice for overnight, so you're not feeling like you're sitting in a puddle. So I do like this actually for overnight. It does come in some pretty hand dyes, but not many people stock it again because it's not really a commonly used fabric.
And then it is minky, so it's a really soft fabric, minky. This one is kind of high pile.
Yeah, it does have a pile to it, so it grips the blood. And apparently it's a stay dry fabric, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's stain resistant too, which is really nice. So really easy to get stains out. It's a little hot.
It's either hot or cool because of the pile, and it feels really cool or really hot. So
yeah, and I feel kind of wet when I'm wearing it, but still.
I think because of the pile, you feel like it's just kind of like
so it's kind of just like fluffing up and stuff. But I do like it for winter, just not really for summer. It can get kind of hot.
Because of the pile, it's a polyester fabric. So that's why it doesn't stain, but you can see it's very fluffy, super soft, and it comes in quite a few prints actually.
Yeah.
Tree Huggers, Hampered Mama, Pink Lemonade Chocolate Pads, they all come with Minky, and a lot of people actually use Minky. So it is actually pretty thick though.
Yeah.
It does make pads pretty thick. This is at the light flow moderate. And it is really nice, but it tends to be a little bulkier, as you can kind of see. So I don't really care for it during the day. This is more like a night pad because it is minky, I think, There are some really nice high quality minkies that are like really low pile, and you can get that. It's just, you'll have to ask the seller, is this a high or low pile minky? And usually they'll tell you, but. So those are some of the top fabrics. There are more, there's bamboo fleece, and this pad actually have a core of bamboo fleece. And it's very absorbent. These each have one layer of bamboo fleece. This is a moderate, and that's a light, so that's definitely a moderate. It can be dyed. It's pretty thick. It's a very thick fabric. So if you're getting a bamboo fleece topped pad, you can consider that another a layer of absorbency. So if it's classified as a moderate, it's probably actually a heavy.
Moderate to heavy.
Mm-hmm. So are there any others we've missed? I don't think so.
There's
Sherpa. Sherpa is a very soft, very high pile. Not even a pile. It's like really fluffy. If you have one of those blankets that's like super, super soft, it's a polyester fabric. It's like that. It's just like really fluffy, and actually we have a Sherpa blanket that I'll go get right now. So this is not your average Sherpa. This is similar to it.
really fluffy.
You're not going to get like this kind of Sherpa. This is similar to it though. It's going to look similar to this, but this is not really Sherpa.
It looks a little bit like this maybe.
Yeah, it looks kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of fluffy like this. Definitely not as fluffy as this. It's a little nicer than this.
Super fluffy.
So,
yeah,
but it's similar to this. So it's really soft, and it grips the moisture, you know, and it's very thick. So have we missed any more? I can't remember.
Pro Cool.
Oh yes,
like
Pro Cool working jersey. It's kind of like your exercise shorts. It has like little holes in it, you know.
Yeah.
It takes the moisture right off your body. Actually, when I start my shop on Tuesday, I promise next Tuesday it will be open. Not this Tuesday, but the next Tuesday. I promise. That wasn't like a gosh, I was like, I promise it. I hope it happens. Yeah. I will be offering Pro Cool soon. I have to learn how to sew with it because it's really stretchy. So, but I'm gonna offer that. So it's just like a wicking fabric, and it's really thin, and it's cool. Obviously, as the name suggests. Have we missed any more? I think so. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, there are tons of other fabrics that you could have on the top. I've seen some pads that are actually knitted, like knit on top, like a sock, you know, on top. Yeah, SBB1 Wellness, their cloth pads actually have a soaker layer on the top that is knitted. I don't think I want to try that. It's probably really thick, probably comfy, but I don't know. It just doesn't really appeal to me. So
there's bamboo terry.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a bamboo terry pad.
Yeah, don't have it with me, but
it's just like it's a really soft towel.
It has loops in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just like you just take a towel. It's basically like that, only it's a little bit lower pile and it's a lot softer.
You can see
the
lady pad review if you wanna see it.
So yeah, those are basically all the topping fabrics we know of. There are more out there. You can have whatever you want on top of your fabric. You can have your old blanket on there. It doesn't really matter. You can have whatever you want. But when you're buying, these are some of the fabrics that you want to keep in mind. I think the only fabric here that is stain resistant is suede cloth and minky. I actually find my suede cloth kind of stains, but it is
minky is like super stain resistant.
Yeah,
like really stain resistant.
So it doesn't. You can't really see the stain, but it's kind of like paler there. But it's because I use it as a panty liner, so it's But yeah, so those are the basic cloth pad topping fabrics. Sorry that video is long, but it is necessary to get them across to you. My favorite is by far cotton or bamboo velour.
I really like jersey or cotton.
This is more like a jersey. That's like an old jersey.
Yeah, that's a pillowcase. But this is nice.
So you can have whatever you want in top pads. So that is all the top fabrics that we know of. There are probably more out there. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and have fun cloth pad topping shopping.